My answer yet.
No, it's cool. It's cool. What's up, guys?
We got another real estate question of the week.
It was like two this week, though.
Yeah.
Right.
So it's all right.
So what was the question?
So the question was, what do I do, Crystal, if we have a family property where the owner has now transitioned and they have a will? And in the will, they left the property to multiple heirs. However, all the heirs are not on the same page. There is one family one group of the family that currently resides in the property. They, of course, do not want to leave. And there's other parts of the family who says they would like to sell. The will actually says the home should be sold and the proceeds should be split among the heirs. What do I do?
What did you tell them?
Man, I needed a lot more answers to some questions, so I gave them some homework. So what I did. So first and foremost, anytime someone calls and asks a question like that, I try to slow them down to get better insight to what's actually going on and get more clarity because I want to give you the best advice. So for this individual, I needed to know where the property was located, right? So in that communication that she sent over to me, it didn't give me the state, it didn't give me the jurisdiction. So, depending on where she is, I want to make sure that I give her the best information. But what I will say is that anytime you have a situation where you have inherited a home and there are multiple heirs, the first thing that you need to determine is one, is there an executor of the estate so that the will names someone to be the executor? And if the will did not do that, then someone needs to take the will to the court and become the personal representative of the state. And really, what that means is that person has the responsibility of carrying out the wishes that were laid in the will. And that includes paying any final tax burdens that estate has, paying off any of the debtors that they have, and then they can do the distribution of the will. Now, the reason why that was so important was because once there is an executor appointed or there's a personal representative that has been appointed, what that means is that individual gets to carry out what was written in the will. So if the will says the home must be sold, they have the authority to sell, and then they will split the proceeds amongst the heirs. Now, this is tricky. This is family. Someone actually resides in the home.
Yeah.
So what I had to ask her as a next follow-up question was, what are you all willing to do to create a level of animosity amongst yourselves as family? Is that something that you really want to do? And so I'm waiting for the answer. So you guys won't know what the conclusion is until I finish up that conversation. But it's a great question to have. So what I will tell anyone who may face this in the future, first things first is number one, the good thing is this family member had a will. Everyone needs to have a will. If you own assets, any type of assets, you should have a will. So get with an estate planner, get with someone who can help you come produce a will, to create a will.
And we actually have a good referral for someone in Northern Virginia who is reviewing our will, right? And the cool thing about it is that once you get a will, your work's not done.
No.
You need to be reviewing it every couple of years when you have assets. So make sure that you're reviewing it. A couple other things that I think would be important is just because a home is ordered to be sold, it doesn't mean that a person, a family member can't buy it.
Yeah.
Right. So just kind of like if there's someone who is like, oh, we want to sell it, and someone who wants to buy it, determine the value, and this person can buy it to buy these people out.
Yeah.
Right. So it's really about like preparing yourself. If you know someone is about to pass away, and you can get yourself into a financially solvent situation where you can actually keep a property, you still can buy the property even if they say that they want the property to be sold.
Yep, for sure. And I also said, the next thing that you want to keep in mind, outside of the will, outside of the fact that the family member can purchase it, is the fact that at the end of the day, one of the things that are most important is that you don't want to lose the asset. So make sure that the house, if it's not owned outright, that the mortgage is being paid. Because a lot of the calls that I get are really on the way back end of things, and it's the home is about to go into foreclosure. And there was a lot that could have been done on the front end to prevent it from ever getting to that step.
Yep. So if you find yourself in a situation, you can always call us.
Yep.
Right. You're always going to get just, our thoughts. You can get our network. We can help you just sell the property. We can help you figure out how you want to keep the property, right? We just want to make sure you have just a good person or some good people to kind of think through some things, right? So you can make the best decision for you and your family.
Absolutely.
Right. It's enough you're going through of the transition.
Mhm.
You also need someone that can help you with the other things that come with that as well.
Yeah, definitely.
All right. So you have the dream,
We have the address.
and we'll see you soon.
See you then.